Hey there, this is Lepsy. I've been wanting to do some review videos for a little while now, along with my pickups, just to share which series I've been reading and really enjoying. So in this video, I wanted to talk about a series that I picked up in my January haul, and I've really started to fall in love with it. I've read all 5 of these volumes, and it's The Ancient Magus Bride. So, this series is pretty amazing. It's starting to become one of my favorites, and I just wanted to share it with you guys in the hopes that I might be able to encourage some people to pick it up and give it a look when they might not have done so before. So one of the reasons I really like this story is because it's a romance. That's one of my favorite genres, so it really appealed to me. However, it's not like your typical romance, because as you can see, these are your 2 main characters, so you know right off the bat that it's not going to be like your typical boy meets girl kind of romance. So the main female character is Chise, I believe is how you say her name, and she's kind of meek and timid at the start, but I think that's just part of her character, and if you read the story and figure out like what she's been through, it's kind of expected that that's the way her character is going to be. And I think, you know, a big part of this story is going to be her character development, where she starts to kind of figure out who she is as a person and what she wants and begins to stand up for herself. So I'm kind of excited to see what kind of person she turns into throughout the story, and to kind of watch her character develop throughout it. And then our main male character is Elias. And as you can see, he's not exactly human. So far, we're not sure what he is exactly. He's some sort of like combination of fae and human, but I still love his character all the same. Because he's not entirely human, he does have a hard time understanding human things, which kind of is a little funny sometimes. And he doesn't really get emotions. He does have them, but he doesn't exactly recognize them for what they are. So their whole relationship is kind of off to a pretty rocky start. And it adds some humor to the story and also makes reading about their interactions pretty funny. So it keeps me pretty interested in where their story is going and how their relationship is going to develop as both of them kind of grow in their own different ways. As for the art in this manga, I really like it. I just have to say, like, I love Elias's character. I love how badass he looks. It's amazing. And the rest of the art in the manga is also great. In my opinion, I don't think that I'm a very good art critic, but it just looks like a really clean kind of art style, and I find the images really easy to follow in the books. And it's also, like, to me, it's pretty beautiful. Like, you can see there, like, just the world that they've drawn is pretty cool. So yeah. And also they have color pages at the start of the books, which I really like. I love color pages. Obviously I love looking at images, which is why I like manga, and just adding color to them is like a bonus for me. So whenever I see color pages in a book, it just kind of makes me happy. I also like the settings in these books. The world that it's set in is still like a modern day world, kind of like what we live in now, but yet magic exists in the background, kind of invisible to normal people. So I really like this kind of idea where this ancient like magical world is hidden in the background of our normal world. I know it's kind of childish, but to me it's kind of fun to imagine that stuff like this really exists somewhere. And I also like that there aren't just mages, but there are also alchemists and fae as well that have powers too. This kind of makes the magical world feel a little more developed to me, which just personally adds to the story, or in my opinion it does. And then another thing I really like about this manga is that the story isn't completely focused on the romance between Chise and Elias. In my opinion, that'd be kind of boring, because neither of them really have that much going on right now personality-wise. They really need a lot more development. So like there's a lot of other events going on with the story that contributes to their character development, to help them kind of grow. And so, for example, like Chise is learning how to use magic, not just from Elias, but from some other characters as well. And so those characters are kind of forcing her, in a good way, to kind of think for herself and do things on her own to help her grow as a person, and not just kind of do as she's told, because that's kind of what she's learned to do so far. So they're trying to support her to build up her own personality and think about like what she wants. And then like they're both involved with helping a lot of other characters through the use of magic to solve a whole bunch of like various problems that are going on in the world. And so I think that's also really interesting. And yeah, I'm just really excited to read more of this manga and see where the mangaka takes it. So that's pretty much the end of my little review. Hopefully I inspired you to pick up this manga and give it a read. And you know, feel free to leave a comment down below. I love reading and responding to comments, so if you've got anything to say, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll definitely respond to it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.